Most people think the biggest mistake in life is marrying the wrong person. They're wrong. The biggest mistake is leaving the right person just before the world discovers their true worth. Sophia Bennett believed she was making the smartest decision of her life. 5 years later, she stood frozen inside an airport bookstore, staring at the cover of Forbes magazine. The man smiling confidently in a tailored navy blue suit wasn't a celebrity. He wasn't an actor. He wasn't a politician. He was her ex-husband, the same man she had once called a failure, the same man she walked away from because she believed he would never become anything. And now, the entire world knew his name. But to understand how everything changed, we have to go back 6 years. Back to a tiny apartment on the edge of Chicago. Back to a marriage that looked ordinary from the outside, but was quietly falling apart. Daniel Brooks wasn't lazy. He wasn't irresponsible. And he certainly wasn't a failure. He was simply broke. At 29 years old, Daniel worked as a freelance software developer while trying to build a technology startup from his small apartment. His office was a second-hand wooden desk squeezed into the corner of their living room. His laptop was 4 years old. His chair squeaked every time he leaned back. Some months, he earned enough to pay the bills. Other months, he barely earned anything at all. Still, every morning he woke up before sunrise. Every night, he worked until after midnight. He truly believed his company would succeed one day. His wife didn't. Sophia had married Daniel because she loved his kindness, honesty, and ambition. But love slowly changed after years of financial stress. Bills piled up. Vacations disappeared. Weekend dinners became homemade meals. Luxury became a distant dream. At first, Sophia supported him. "It's okay," she would say. "We'll get through this." Daniel smiled every time she said those words. He believed she meant them. Then little things started changing. Sophia stopped asking about his work. She became irritated whenever Daniel talked about his startup. "You've been building this company for 3 years. When will it actually make money?" Daniel always answered the same way. "I'm close." Sophia sighed. "You've been close for years." Those conversations became arguments. Arguments became silence. Silence became distance. Daniel noticed it, but he believed things would improve once the business finally succeeded. He had no idea Sophia had already stopped believing in him. One Friday evening, Sophia attended a charity gala hosted by the company where she worked as a marketing executive. Daniel couldn't go. He had an important investor presentation the following morning. "I'll only stay for a couple of hours," Sophia said while adjusting her elegant black dress. Daniel smiled. "You look beautiful." She barely looked up. "Thanks." Then she left. That night changed everything. At the gala, Sophia met Victor Hayes, 42 years old, a self-made real estate millionaire, confident, charming, perfectly dressed. He arrived in a luxury sports car, owned multiple penthouses, traveled the world. Everything Daniel wasn't. Victor made people feel important within minutes of meeting them, especially Sophia. "You deserve better than ordinary," he told her during their first conversation. Those words echoed in her mind long after the evening ended. Over the following weeks, Victor continued contacting her. Business lunches became coffee meetings. Coffee meetings became expensive dinners. Expensive dinners became something neither of them admitted aloud, an affair. Meanwhile, Daniel spent those same evenings writing software, believing he was building a future for the woman he loved. One evening, Daniel surprised Sophia with dinner. He had cooked her favorite pasta recipe. Candles lit the table. Soft music played in the background. He even bought flowers. Sophia arrived home almost 2 hours late. She glanced at the table. "You cooked?" Daniel smiled. "I thought we could spend some time together." Sophia looked tired. "No offense, but I already ate." Daniel looked confused. "Oh, you could have told me." She placed her purse on the counter. "I forgot." Then she walked upstairs. The candles continued burning. Daniel sat alone at the table. The food slowly became cold. Weeks later, Daniel received another rejection from investors. His startup wasn't making enough revenue. Funding was impossible. He returned home disappointed. Sophia was waiting. We need to talk. Daniel immediately knew something was wrong. She folded her arms. I can't do this anymore. He stared at her. What do you mean? I mean this life. The constant struggling, the uncertainty, the promises. I need stability. Daniel nodded slowly. I understand. My next product launch is in 2 months. I really think. Sophia interrupted him. You always think the next thing will fix everything. Silence filled the room. Then she quietly said the words Daniel never imagined hearing. I want a divorce. His world stopped. For several seconds, he couldn't even speak. Finally, he whispered, Is there someone else? Sophia looked away. She didn't answer. She didn't need to. Daniel already knew. The divorce happened quickly. There were no children, few shared assets, very little money. Sophia moved into Victor's luxury penthouse only 2 weeks later. Friends began whispering. Some supported her. Others quietly judged her. Sophia ignored them all. She believed she had made the practical decision. Victor bought her expensive jewelry, designer handbags, luxury vacations, private dinners overlooking the ocean. Everything she once dreamed about. Looking at social media, her life appeared perfect. Meanwhile, Daniel disappeared. He stopped posting online, stopped attending social events, stopped answering most phone calls. Many people assumed the divorce had broken him. In reality, it had changed him. Instead of chasing investors, he focused entirely on improving his software. Instead of trying to prove people wrong, he concentrated on building something valuable. Every rejection taught him something. Every failure became another lesson. Every lonely night strengthened his determination. His apartment became both home and office. Some nights he slept beside his desk. Coffee replaced sleep. Persistence replaced comfort. He made one promise to himself. The next time Sophia hears my name, it won't be because I failed. He had no idea just how true those words would become. Because only 18 months later, one unexpected phone call would change his life forever and begin a journey that would eventually place his face on the cover of the world's most famous business magazine. 18 months after the divorce, Daniel's phone rang at exactly 8:17 on a rainy Tuesday morning. He almost ignored it. The caller ID showed an unfamiliar number from California. Thinking it was another spam call, he reached for the decline button. At the last second, something told him to answer. Hello, a calm voice replied. Is this Daniel Brooks, founder of Brooks AI Systems? Yes. My name is Rebecca Collins. I'm calling from Horizon Ventures. Daniel sat upright. Horizon Ventures wasn't just another investment firm. It was one of the largest technology investors in the country. They had backed several billion-dollar companies. For a moment, Daniel thought someone was playing a joke. Rebecca continued, We've been testing your software for the past 6 months. Daniel's heart skipped a beat. We're impressed. We'd like to meet. For the first time in nearly 2 years, someone wasn't rejecting him. They were inviting him. 3 days later, Daniel walked into Horizon Ventures headquarters. Unlike his old investor meetings, nobody questioned his appearance. Nobody cared that his suit wasn't designer. Nobody laughed at the fact that he had built everything from a tiny apartment. They cared about one thing, his ideas. After a 2-hour presentation, the lead investor leaned back in his chair. I've heard hundreds of startup pitches, but yours solved a real problem. Daniel remained quiet. We're offering $25 million. The room suddenly felt silent. Daniel blinked twice. 25 million? The investor smiled. In exchange for a minority share. For years, people had told Daniel his dream was unrealistic. Now, someone believed it was worth millions. He accepted. That investment changed everything. Within months, Brooks AI Systems hired engineers from some of the biggest technology companies in the world. The small apartment office became a modern headquarters. His outdated laptop was replaced by an entire research department. Daniel finally had the resources he had always dreamed about, but something about him never changed. He still arrived before everyone else. He still stayed late. He still walked through the office greeting every employee by name. His assistant once asked him, "Why do you always eat lunch with the interns?" Daniel smiled, "Because I remember what it feels like when nobody notices you." Over the next 4 years, the company exploded. Their artificial intelligence software transformed how factories manage production. Major manufacturers signed billion-dollar contracts. International clients joined every month. Brooks' AI systems expanded across Europe, Asia, and North America. Business magazines called Daniel one of the brightest entrepreneurs of his generation. Television interviews followed. Awards followed. Success followed. Money followed. But Daniel remained remarkably humble. He quietly paid off his parents' mortgage, created scholarships for students studying computer science, donated millions to organizations helping young entrepreneurs from low-income families. He never announced those donations. Most people discovered them by accident. His employees admired him even more because of it. One afternoon, a journalist asked, "What motivated you to keep going after so many failures?" Daniel paused, then answered honestly, "I stopped trying to prove people wrong. I started trying to become the person I wanted to be." That interview went viral. Millions watched it. Thousands shared it. Daniel became known not just for his success, but for his character. Meanwhile, Sophia's perfect life wasn't as perfect as social media suggested. At first, everything with Victor felt exciting. Luxury vacations, designer clothes, 5-star hotels, private parties, expensive gifts. She believed she had finally escaped financial uncertainty forever. But appearances can be deceiving. Victor loved attention. He loved admiration. He loved being the richest man in every room. What he didn't love was commitment. Slowly, his behavior changed. He became controlling, dismissive, cold. Whenever Sophia disagreed with him, he reminded her, "Everything you have came from me." The words hurt more than she admitted. Then came the biggest shock of all. One morning, Sophia arrived at Victor's penthouse to find another woman sitting in the living room. Victor didn't even seem embarrassed. "It's not what you think," he said. Sophia looked at him in disbelief. She had heard that sentence before. Years earlier, Daniel had asked, "Is there someone else?" Now life had come full circle. A month later, Sophia quietly packed her belongings and left. No luxury car, no penthouse, no millionaire, just silence. She rented a small apartment and tried rebuilding her life. For the first time in years, she had time to think. She often remembered Daniel, his patience, his kindness, the dinners he cooked, the dreams she had stopped believing in. Regret slowly replaced certainty. Nearly 6 years after the divorce, Sophia was waiting for a delayed flight at Chicago International Airport. To pass the time, she walked into a bookstore. She picked up a business magazine without really looking. Then she froze. Across the front cover, a familiar face smiled back at her. Forbes, Daniel Brooks, the billionaire who changed artificial intelligence forever. Sophia's hands began shaking. She stared at the cover for several seconds. She whispered quietly, "No." She bought the magazine immediately. Inside, the article described Daniel's incredible journey. Net worth, $6.4 billion. One of the youngest self-made billionaires in America. Founder of one of the fastest-growing AI companies in the world. Philanthropist, innovator, visionary. She couldn't stop reading. Then one sentence caught her attention. Success didn't come from proving others wrong. It came from refusing